Dear students, in our last class, we had finished lesson 9, the North Ship. We have also discussed the questions and answers. Now we are shifting to lesson 10. So open your books at page 75. Lesson 10, The Price of Bananas, written by Mulkraj Anand. Mulkraj Anand is an Indian writer who writes in English. He wrote some famous novels like Coolie, The Untouchable. Mulkraj Anand wrote for the poor people of our country. In all his novels and short stories, he has championed the cause of the downtrodden. যারা নিপীড়িত তাদের কথাই তিনি তার গল্প উপন্যাসে তুলে ধরেছেন. And this story, The Price of Bananas, is also no exception. Here also the writer tells us about a poor fruit vendor who helped a rich businessman. But this rich businessman behaved in a cruel manner towards this poor man. So today we are starting the story, The Price of Bananas. I was on my way from Faizabad railway station to Lucknow. The writer started his journey from Faizabad. Faizabad is a place in UP, Uttar Pradesh. Lucknow is also in Uttar Pradesh. Lucknow, the capital of UP. So the writer was traveling from where? He was traveling from Faizabad, and he was traveling where? He was traveling to Lucknow. This question will be asked, where was the author going to? The narrator or the author was going to Lucknow. I had arrived at the station half an hour in advance of the time for the train's departure. Departure is the noun form. The verb is depart. To depart means to leave, ছেড়ে যাওয়া. So train's departure means the time when the train will leave the platform. ট্রেনে ছাড়ার সময়, that is train's departure. The narrator had entered the station 30 minutes before the train's departure. That means he had enough time in his hands. He did not want to be in a hurry. He wanted enough time to board the train. So he had reached the station 30 minutes before the time of departure of the train. Train ছাড়া 30 মিনিট আগে তিনি এসেছিলেন. I sat on a bench watching the monkeys frolicking on the trees and on the open platform. At the Faizabad railway station, there were many monkeys. What were the monkeys doing? The monkeys were frolicking. To frolic means to play about joyfully. Anande লাফালাফি করা. The monkeys were playing about joyfully on the trees and on the open platform. The monkeys descended now and then to collect half-sucked mango stones and the remainders of food from the platform. Descend. To descend means to come down. The monkeys came down from the trees. Why did the monkeys come down? They came down to collect food. What were the food items collected by the monkeys? They collected mango stone. Stone means the seed that is inside the fruit. Amer auntie, that is called the mango stone. It is half sucked because the people who had been eating the mangoes had almost half sucked the stones. প্রায় অর্ধেকটা রস শুষে নেওয়া হয়েছে. They were collecting those half sucked mango stones, and the people were scattering food all about the platform. The leftover was collected by the monkeys. Leftover, মানে যেটা খেয়ে রেখে দেওয়া হয়, that is called the leftover or the remainders. The remainders of food, the leftover of the food was collected by the monkeys. So the monkeys collected two types of items. They collected half-sucked mango stones. They also collected the leftover of food. The younger monkeys sat on the boughs of neem and tamarind trees. Bough means the main branch of a tree. The big branches of a tree are called boughs. The small branches are called twigs. So where did the younger monkeys sit? The younger monkeys sat on the main branches of the trees. Of which trees? The neem and tamarind trees. Tamarind. In Bengali it is called tetul. And neem you have seen. The neem and the tamarind trees are very common in India. So the monkeys were sitting on the branches of the neem and tamarind trees, ready to jump after any food that may be visible. Visible means that can be seen. The young monkeys were ready to jump at any food that could be seen on the platform. It may be half-sucked mango stones, it may be the leftover of food. Just then the train was announced by the ringing of the station bell. This story was written almost 70 to 80 years ago. Today, the arrival of the train is announced on the public address system. আজকে ট্রেনের আসাটা কোনো পাবলিক অ্যাড্রেস সিস্টেম, কোনো মাইকের মাধ্যমে ঘোষণা করা হয়। But in those days, it was announced by the ringing of the station bell. The station master rang a bell, ঘন্টা বাজাতেন, and the ringing of the bell, the sound of the bell announced that the train was coming. I concentrated on securing a seat for myself in the train. The narrator had to board the train, so the narrator concentrated on. To concentrate on means to give the whole attention to, মনোযোগ দেওয়া. The narrator gave full attention to what? To securing a seat for himself. To secure means to get. He was preoccupied with getting a seat. একটা আসন পাওয়ার জন্য তিনি ব্যস্ত হয়েছিলেন, because he had a long way to travel, and if he didn't get a seat, he would have to stand throughout the journey. That's why he concentrated on getting a seat for himself in the train. I got a window seat overlooking the platform. Fortunately, luckily, the narrator got a good seat, a window seat, a seat by the window of the train. And this window seat overlooked the platform. That means through it, the platform could be seen. Some other passengers joined me in the compartment. Other passengers also boarded the train compartment. We were all sweating from the rising heat of the summer. To sweat. To sweat means to perspire. When perspiration comes out of the body, যখন ঘাম বেরোয়, that is sweating. All the passengers were perspiring. All the passengers were sweating. Their bodies were covered with sweat. Why? Because it was summer. And in India, particularly in North India, in Uttar Pradesh, the heat of the summer is much. It was rising heat. Rising means increasing. The increasing heat of summer made the passengers sweat. Several passengers were busy filling up their small earthen pitchers from a water pump. Pitcher. Pitcher means a water container, kolshi. The passengers were busy filling up their earthen pitchers. Earthen pitchers means pitchers made of earth. Earth means here soil, mati. Earthen pitchers, matir kolshi. The passengers were busy filling their earthen pitchers because it would be a long train journey and they would need water during the journey. So they were making provisions for water. I was struck by the genius of a monkey in snatching away the loincloth of a pious person who was taking a bath under the pump. Genius. Genius means talent, pratibha. The word has been used in a humorous manner. মজা করে বলা হয়েছে. The author was struck, that means he was very much amazed, astonished by the talent of a monkey. What was the monkey's talent? This monkey had snatched away the loincloth. To snatch means to take away forcibly. জোর করে নিয়ে নেওয়া. This monkey had taken away the loincloth of a person. Loincloth means a piece of cloth around the waist. কোমরে যে কাপড় জড়ানো থাকে, that is called loincloth. This person was a pious person. Pious means religious minded. Dharmopran. This pious person had a loincloth on his body and the monkey snatched it, took it away forcibly. When the man was bathing under the pump, যখন সে চান করছিল. A great deal of general amusement was caused by this incident. Amusement. Amusement means fun. A great fun was generated by this incident. Everyone thought that it was something very funny that the monkey had taken away forcibly the loincloth of the person. The bather then requested the monkey to return his loincloth. The bather means one who bathes, je chan korche. That means the man whose loincloth had been snatched. That man entreated, requested the monkey to return his loincloth. The monkey was generous. Generous means kind. The kind monkey threw it down from the neem tree at the man's feet. Though the monkey was mischievous, যদিও সে দুষ্টুমি করেছিল, but the kind monkey returned the loincloth when the man requested him to do so. অনুরোধ করার পর সে ফিরিয়েও দিল. We would read up to this point, so prepare up to this point, and I will discuss these things later in our next class. Thank you.